This conference will now be recorded.
The last class we were trying to work out with two concepts, like one was on the name of free of charge, like how company is going to be offering the goods for free to the customer, and where it is going to be not relevant for pricing, it will be relevant for delivery and billing. We looked into a concept called as a pro forma invoice, and then we worked with our cash sales. Now when we talk about this particular cash sales scenario, where it's going to be the concept of immediate delivery, immediate billing, and immediate payment. So we looked into this particular concept. So in this particular cash sales, no goods will be offered and credit. Goods will be offered on credit. So we discussed with this particular topic as well. Now going ahead, the next concept we try to work out is going to be the rush orders. Now this is going to be similar to our cash sales itself. This is also going to be similar to cash sales, but in rush orders, what happens? It's going to be the concept of immediate delivery. Okay, it's going to be the concept of immediate delivery. Billing can be done later. Billing can be done later. Payment can be made later. Here, the goods will be offered on credit. Offered on credit. Whereas in cash sales, the goods will be not offered on credit. So this is the difference which you need to know it. So this is basically used for one-time customers. Now, one-time customers means the customer is not coming back to the company. Whereas rush orders is going to be applicable for regular customers. So this is the difference between this cash sales and rush orders. So cash sales is going to be applicable for one-time customer. Rush order is going to be applicable for regular customers over here. Now, how this rush orders are going to be working it out? So we need to basically go for creating a sales order directly. And the transaction code used to work with order VA01, and the document type used for this is going to be taken as RO, which stands for rush orders. Document type is going to be taken as RO. Item category. So when you work with this, item category is going to be copied as STAN itself, standard item. Standard item, which is nothing but combination of RO plus item category group norm, usage blank, higher level item category blank, and we get TAN, which is going to be basically relevant for pricing, and it's going to be relevant for delivery. It's going to be relevant for billing as well. Okay, and you need to basically check out the schedule lines. So the schedule line category over here need to be copied as CP. These are the things what you need to see in our order. Now, once you created this order, what happens? Delivery document also will be created automatically. So delivery document will be created automatically. So we are not going to be creating any delivery document individually. By default, it's going to be getting created automatically itself. Okay, and then you need to basically get into change mode. You need to get into change mode of outbound delivery over here. Now, when you work with this particular change mode, what you do? So we use a transaction code called as VL02N. Delivery type, in this particular case, it is going to be taken as LF, standard delivery itself. In cash sales, we were trying to work out with BV, but in outbound delivery, it's going to be LF, which is going to be basically relevant for picking, and it's going to be relevant for PGI. And movement type. So here the movement type is going to be copied as 601. So check this one. And it's going to be the normal billing process itself. It's not going to be an different billing. It's going to be a normal billing. We can go for issuing of a commercial invoice, and it's going to be the concept of delivery related billing. The transaction code used is going to be VF01, and the billing type. The billing type, we work it out, is going to be taken as F2, commercial invoice. Okay, this is what this particular cycle is all about. So we need to create an order, we need to create a delivery document, and we need to work out with our billing as well over here. Now see how this particular cycle is going to be running. Now create an order VA01. The document type used is going to be taken as RO. Now maintain our sold party material. So maintain all this particular information. So order quantity, I'm trying to maintain it as 2 units over here. So on which day customer place an order, on same day delivery need to be created. Please remember this one. So if you get into item data, under schedule lines tab, now here you will be seeing this one. So on which day delivery need to be done, on the same way this need to be confirmed up. Okay. So the order date and delivery date, both of them should be same. Now if you get into shipping tab, check plant and shipping point from where delivery need to be performed and try to save this particular order. Along with this order, you will be seeing this one. Okay. So like what is it? Document is incomplete. Now what exactly is made it? Order reason. So just try to maintain the order reason. So maintain it. I'm just trying to maintain it as a good service or something like that. I'm trying to save this particular order. Okay, now delivery has been created. Now once this delivery has been created, work out with VL02N. So that's going to be the one. So that's going to be the change mode of our delivery document. Now getting to details. Now do the picking. So if you get into picking tab, maintain storage location from where it need to be picked up. And click on this PGI icon. So delivery has been done. Now, in case if you want to work with the billing, VF01 is the transaction code. So it's going to be delivery related billing. So if you want to do it in the future also, not a problem. That's the amount. And what is the billing document type used? F2 over here. It's going to be the normal billing, F2. So that's what you need to check it out over here and try to save it. So error in account determination, not a problem with that. We can continue this one in our FI classes, how it need to be resolved. So only one thing you need to keep in mind, whenever you're trying to work out with this rush orders, whenever you're trying to work out with this rush orders is the concept of immediate delivery, immediate delivery, billing can be done later and payment can be made later by the customer. So I'm just trying to show you the settings maintained for this. So if you basically get into VOV8 transaction code, so getting to VOV8 where we try to create our document types. So work with our document type RO. And if you get into this RO, So delivery document type is going to be maintained as LF. Shipping conditions will be maintained as 10. There's going to be immediate delivery, and immediate delivery checkbox will be maintained by rule X over here. These things need to be maintained up. And this delivery related billing document type, billing document type need to be maintained as F2. These settings need to be checked over here. Okay. So always make sure over here, delivery type need to be maintained as LF. Then we have shipping conditions. So shipping conditions, maintain it as 10. Immediate delivery. So immediate delivery is marked by rule X over here. These things need to be maintained up. And delivery related billing. So this delivery related billing, maintain it as F2. So in the same way, if you get into item category controls, which is going to be VOV7. So get into VOV7 transaction code, select item category TAN, because for rush orders, it will be copied as TAN. Now the TAN is going to be relevant for billing. It's going to be delivery related billing. The pricing is marked by rule X. It's going to be relevant for pricing. Schedule lines allowed. This checkbox is also active. This checkbox is also active over here. So check all these things are maintained or not. Okay. So this is how your rush orders is going to be executed in the system. So like here, I'm just trying to give you an assignment. Now the assignment is, what is the difference between cash sales and rush orders? What is the difference between cash sales and rush orders? I want around 10 points. Okay. So once I share the video, please work with the video and give me all the differences. Because in interview, this is what they try to ask us. Like, what is the difference between cash sales and rush orders? Name the differences. Now, these things you need to be aware of it. Now, next concept we need to work out is going to be okay, nothing more of these things. Okay, so let me try to work with a concept called as a return cycle over here. What you mean by this returns? It's going to be another scenario, business scenario itself, returns. Now, returns is nothing but a concept where the company is going to be taking the goods back from the customer. Company will take the goods back from the customer as returns. Now, why company will be taking the goods back from the customer as returns? There are going to be different reasons over here. First one, company has delivered wrong specifications. The customer has placed an order for one specification and company has delivered another specification. Or second one, product got damaged. Or third one, now another reason would be change of mind. Customer is not interested in that particular product anymore. He want to refund it back. So there are going to be different reasons why customer will be refunding the product back to the company. There are going to be different reasons why customer will be refunding the product back to the company. Now, once you take that stock back from the customer, now how you're going to be doing the settlement for that? So you need to work with the settlement process as well. Now, there are going to be two ways of doing the settlement. First one, we try to call it as a replacement, where we try to replace that faulty product with a good one. That's the first scenario. Second one would be refunding the money back. We try to refund the money by issuing in the form of credit note. So in case if a customer, like company, is not in the process of doing the replacement, they try to basically refund the money back by issuing a credit note. Okay, they take the goods back and they issue the money back. So it depends upon the business process, how they are going to be doing the settlement. One is the concept of replacement, and second one is the concept of credit note. Okay, so this cycle is what we need to basically work it out on the system. Like what are going to be the configuration steps for this? Everything we need to discuss it over here. So this one is what I'm going to be doing it in tomorrow's class because it's going to be a big concept. So I try to extend the timing. In tomorrow's class, we complete this particular cycle in total. And we are going to be working with consignment process as well. So once we're done with this, so there are going to be another 3 to 4 business scenarios. So once we're done with that, we try to get into integration part. So today's timing is not going to be sufficient for me to explain this one in total. So that's the reason I'm trying to stop it in between. It's not going to be in total also, it's going to be closed in between. So let me try to explain it whatever I can. And then tomorrow, practically, I try to work it out on the system. Now, when we try to work out with this return cycle, like first thing you need to be aware of how to work out with the forward cycle. So in case if you don't know how to work with the forward cycle, then you cannot work with the returns. Now, what are the steps involved in forward cycle? We try to basically go for creating an order. With this reference to this particular order, we try to work out with outbound delivery. We deliver the stock to the customer. And with reference to this delivery, we go for issuing of an commercial invoice. This is what we try to do in our forward cycle. These are the 3 steps which are going to be getting involved in it. Now, once you sell the product to the customer, what happens? Now, customer is raising a complaint saying that product seems to be not working. So we need to take that goods back from the customer as returns. So now what is the proof that customer has purchased the stock from the company? Commercial invoice. So with reference to this commercial invoice, now what we do, we try to go for working out with our return cycle. We are going to be working with our return cycle. There's going to be the second cycle, the returns, where we try to go for creating a returns order. We are going to be working with returns order. And transaction code for returns order is going to be VL01. And I'm going to be explaining it. And once you create a returns order, with reference to this returns order, we try to work out with returns delivery. We try to take the goods back from the customer. So returns delivery is also going to be performed up over here. Okay. Now, once you take, or if you want to work with returns delivery, what next? Now, then we try to issue a credit note. So credit for returns. That's what happens over here. So in case if company is having the policy of refunding the money back, we try to issue a credit for returns, a credit note. So here, when you try to create it, the document type used for order creation is going to be taken as RE. RE. It doesn't make sense if I start explaining it over here without doing the practice. So tomorrow class, I try to explain everything. Okay, we continue this one, completely the return cycle in detail.
Brother, brother, I have some doubts, brother. How
Yeah,
about this invoice correction, credit memo, debit memo, and subsequent order, all these things, brother?
We are trying to work with this. Once you start working with returns, you will be having a concept of subsequent order. Once we're done with that, we will be working with credit note, debit note, and the invoice correction. Step by step, we are trying to get into it.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay. So these things
Actually,
are going to be
I'm
done.
back to
We will
Qatar
be
now.
covering it. Don't worry, everything is going to be done.
Okay. Actually, I'm
Because
back to
without
Qatar now.
explaining, no. Oh, you're back.
Yes.
Okay.
Started working.
Oh, okay. So without knowing these things, we cannot work it out. So once we know,
Okay, okay,
it will become.
okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay. Right, guys.
Okay, bye bye.